Hey friends, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Tomorrow I'll be traveling to Hamburg for a week to shoot some short films, so I'm really looking forward to that. But today I want to talk about my trip to Olomouc in the Czech Republic. You probably, if you haven't seen my last video, I went to Pardubice with a friend and now I decided to travel to Olomouc, which is the 6th biggest city in the Czech Republic. Olomouc is in Moravia at the Morava River and it takes about 2.5 hours by train to get there. We traveled with the RegioJet train. It was my first time on it and it was incredible. It was just so comfortable and the food on it was actually much cheaper than even in supermarkets. So I had my breakfast there, which was a croissant with cheese, and it was pretty good, and they also distributed free drinks. I had my mojito tea, which was basically fresh mint tea. It was quite pleasant. Actually, the best tea I've had on a train. So anyway, when we arrived there, it kind of felt very empty. I mean, we went there on Sunday, and for a big city like that, it felt really quiet and the streets were empty and all the shops were closed, but it wasn't in a way that would be, you know, it didn't feel scary. It was a nice, warm kind of emptiness. So I felt very comfortable straight away because I prefer emptiness to crowds, obviously. We strolled around the city and one of the first things that we noticed was that the traffic lights didn't really light up anywhere. There were churches everywhere. One of the first ones we noticed was an Orthodox one. We strolled around parks and discovered a hole that I suggested to get into and take some silly pics. After the trip, I nicknamed Daniel's camera self-timer Alf because of the perspective. According to legend, the city was founded by Julius Caesar. There's quite a lot of Baroque influence in the architecture, as well as in the 6 fountains of Jupiter, Neptune, Hercules, etc. And what you see is quite a lot of Greek mythological themes and characters. Hungry from walking around a lot, we decided to head to have some lunch next. I ate their daily menu, which consisted of soup and chicken. There was a beer glass prank that I'm not gonna get into, but it was pretty amusing and we talked quite a lot and laughed even more. It started to pour down like crazy, so we headed into the neo-Gothic cathedral of St. Wenceslas on the Wenceslas Square. I'll have a nice shot of people with an umbrella under the church. In 1131 they started building it in Romanesque, but in the 13th and 14th centuries they made quite a lot of Gothic modifications. By the way, the former dean of this cathedral, Wenceslas III of Bohemia, who was also the last male Przemyslid, was actually murdered in a house nearby. Can't even see it properly. Okay, so there's my name on the chapel, yay. And my commentary just sucks right now. As it was still raining, we decided to go into the Museum of Art, which was right next to the cathedral. And we also got free admissions because they don't charge people on Sundays. Upon entering, we saw a carriage which belonged to Bishop Cardinal Ferdinand Julius Troyer von Treuerstein, which he used for special occasions and ceremonies. Apparently it weighs 3 tons, as it's made purely of gold. They don't know for sure, but it is said that it was purchased in 1746 in Vienna, probably from the Kinski family. You remember my Kinski video? The carvings on the seats are in Rococo. The pictures are from classical Greek mythology again. There were several sculptures of Virgin Mary with baby Jesus from different time periods. What is interesting to observe is how the plasticity evolves as the sculptures and the expressions of emotion become more and more human. Just in a short time of maybe 200 to 300 years. This glass window reminded me of a Cubist painting by Georges Braque. Okay. It turned into a bill, I think. Okay. Just do it and... Wait. Like this, I'll run out of battery by the time we even get to the square. The astronomical clock features a lot of workers and scientists. During the first years of communism, it was constructed in a social realistic style. When in the 1980s the regime fell, a lot of its prominent statues got removed. It features Lenin's and Stalin's birthdays. The large lower dial features 365 names of patron saints. Czechs love to celebrate their name days.
So you know Anna, you know that irritating
yeah, I know her very well, unfortunately.
Yeah, she likes to take videos of people, but she
So
doesn't...
what is your real opinion of her?
I think she's a coward because she doesn't like people showing videos of her in front of her.
That's true.
The Arion fountain was constructed by Ivan Timer. Arion, a Greek poet and singer, was rescued by a dolphin, who was attracted to his singing. Yeah, like you're showing anything, it's just the map and you're probably just doing this. Can someone break the heart by throwing a stone on it? Break the heart. Thanks so much for watching and have a swell day.